It's time for the greatest little internet radio show, Blow the Whistle. Always live on SportsSoundChicago.com and on Twitch at SportsSoundChai. Tyler, Butterball, Beautyball.
I knew this kid was going to be a complete mess, like a youth mess, not mess. See, I think he needs to go to Allstate because when you're covered by mayhem.
Let's go, boys!
It's time for the greatest little internet radio show, Blow the Whistle. Always live on SportsSoundChicago.com and on Twitch at SportsSoundChai. Tyler, Butterball, Beautyball.
I knew this kid was going to be a complete mess, like a youth mess, not mess. See, I think he needs to go to Allstate because when you're covered by mayhem, you'll be better protected.
Andrew Pepe Valentin.
How can you say that high school's sports is not about business when the IMG Academy, who is supposed to be a legitimate high school, goes for $1.25 billion?
Game time. David Double D Dykstra.
Hope and pray to God that Jordan Love twists his ankle so bad that you get to see this godforsaken mess that is Sean Mother Trucking Clifford.
Nick No Gimmicks Johnston.
I'm sorry, but I can't. I mean, Josh Allen had the same stat line as Lamar Jackson. You're not getting him any fuss. He literally has one less touchdown than Lamar Jackson, and you're not saying anything.
Tyler Beautyball, Andrew Valentin, David Dykstra, and Nick Johnson. Your greatest little internet radio show everywhere you go.
And welcome into the holiday edition of Blow the Whistle here on SportsTownChicago.com. I'm David Double D Dykstra. We've cut away the fat. That was not a fat joke, by the way.
That was close. That was a close one.
We've trimmed the fat in this arena today. And I got my boys,
No gimmicks, Nick Johnston.
Frank that tank,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
in for Andrew and Tyler. Tyler's doing family stuff. Andrew got caught up working at Midway, I guess, today. So good luck,
Yeah.
boys. Good luck.
This is about as busy as it's gonna get.
Because guess what?
travel-wise. Yeah.
We're here talking about sports, and
Oh,
y'all
yeah,
are doing
over there.
stupid stuff.
There you go.
We get to talk sports.
Just a little bit. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Paris football. God help us all.
We got a lot to get to. It was a heavy weekend in sports. We've got the Bears, the rest of the NFL, a little Penix time in Atlanta. Yeah. We also have the college football playoff that turned out to be me. and
It was
And-
as shock as could be.
yeah, and we're gonna go a little off the rails. And I kind of discussed with Nick. I kind of discussed with Frankie over there.
Yeah.
We might do a little wrestling.
Oh,
a little bit of wrestling talk.
There we go.
A little bit of wrestling
Little
talk.
bad karma preview.
Little bad karma preview. All right, so let's get to it. Bears take on the Lions on Sunday. Listen, from my point of view, this was the tryout right here, boys.
For Ben Johnson.
You had the OC from the Detroit Lions
Great first interview.
right across. Well, I guess he's getting one.
Yes.
Everything that I've heard has said he's getting an interview as soon as he is available to interview for the Bears job. So, I mean, I would think that if it's his job to lose, if that's who you really want to come in here and take over, then it's his job to lose. He's going to have a god-awful interview for it not to go down.
Exactly that. I know. What Vrabel is the other front runner to some extent, but
Even with Vrabel,
I like Vrabel, but I'd rather have Ben.
No, I will call it 100%.
I think you need an offensive-minded
for Caleb.
Well, and here would be my only. Well, either way, I think this should be the spectrum in which all Bears thoughts should go. If Brian Daboll loses his job with the New York Giants, which is a distinct possibility, especially if they go 2 and God knows what, 15?
2-15, yeah.
2-15,
He loses his job, that would be my first call as a head coach to see if he wants to come and be the OC.
Yes.
He has that grit that the Chicago needs, too.
And then-
that's awesome.
And then my second call is to Robert Saleh going, hey, you want to come and take over this defense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Eric
all for
Washington.
that.
And you have an all-star. Granted, they may not be there very long. They may get another chance to be a head coach somewhere. But I think that should be your 1 and 2 call after you become the head coach, whoever it may be.
Yeah. And
Whether it be Vrabel, whether it be Johnson, whether it be Joe Brady,
Slowick from Houston, too.
Slowick, I would be okay with as well.
I'd be fine with that too, in the sense that, the offense right now is poised for let's win now. The defense needs some help.
I've got another one that I want to bring up really quick.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
What would you think of Kevin Stefanski if he became available? If the Browns let him go,
No.
He's
I'm
not bad. I mean, he's not bad. That last year, this year,
offensive-minded head coach has proven to be a winner in a place where winning hasn't
when
happened.
Baker was over there.
It's been a tough year for him. I can't really get around that. I'm not really a Kevin Stefanski guy.
Not much you can do with a chocolate
Jameis
starfish.
I suppose so. I mean, but it was also like, I don't know. Like,
we don't refer to Deshaun Watson on this show. He's known.
Oh, it's chocolate starfish.
Yes,
Yeah.
because he liked to have. Well, we won't get into that. You're too young.
I'm too young. Bobby, man.
Might still even be too young for the Limp Bizkit reference too.
Who's Limp Bizkit?
Who's Limp Bizkit? Oh my
Oh
god,
no,
Frankie,
Oh,
those are words that you just can't say when you're on this show.
I like biscuits. I mean,
Jesus.
oh man, Fred Durst is going crazy right now.
I know Fred Durst is about to turn over in his grave. But go ahead, Nick.
I honestly forgot what I was trying to get my point around to.
Kevin
Thank you, Kevin Stefanski. Not a big fan of it. I know.
Okay, that's fair.
2018 Coach of the Year, but now it seems like so forever ago now. I don't. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that's not. That's not.
And it's fair, but it was just one of those names that got floated out there into the ether that I was like, that's an interesting one. I don't know if I'd be for it or against it, but it would be that total meh kind of higher that the Bears have done.
When I pull his highlight, when I pull his sounds, like he doesn't sound like his head's completely on
a
his
leader
shoulders.
of men.
Yeah, no, it sounds like. And it could be to his detriment too, where he's not exactly pulling all the strings. Like it's not like he couldn't bench Deshaun Watson when he wanted to, but when you're paying him that money, it's hard to not justify that. So I'm not really a Kevin Stefanski guy. Still, that was the long way of
truly to
saying
me, I don't even think I care who they get. I just need a guy that they get. So now running these dumb screenplays to DJ. I got it. When you're in 4th and 1, you don't pitch it back to DeAndre Swift, so he needs to get 6 yards instead of for 1. Just a common sense coach. That's all we need. I don't know who. It's like a curse in this damn organization that we can't. I mean, we just need a guy that's common sense.
To be fair, did play a guy who does not play with common sense yesterday. Dan Campbell on any other team is a complete moron.
Yeah, he would have been fired 10 times over already.
Exactly. But since
he's with the
Lions and he breathes and he's winning. Yeah. It's amazing to me. That being said, I will say this. Once again, they come out. I don't know what it is with this team in the first half.
Flat.
They just come out flat every week after week after week after.
First time they scored in 3 weeks.
The first time, first time they've scored in 3 weeks.
3 weeks
in the first half.
Their point differential in the first half is crazy negative. Like it's negative like 200 almost probably. Yeah. Like it's just absolutely wrong. Yeah, no, you can't expect to do well and then make up all the time in the second half for everything that you didn't do in the first half. It's not going to do well.
But once again,
over and over again,
I will say this: Caleb looked good in the second half.
Yeah,
he did.
And the ball to Keenan Allen,
that was beautiful. That's
where you go. Okay, there's the number 1 overall draft pick, and that's why we got him. Dime ball.
right on the money.
in between two defenders.
And right now he's looking good, and that's where
He's setting all kinds of records,
it's Caleb-
and he hasn't thrown an interception in.
in like 270.
It was up to 310 yesterday.
Yeah.
310 yesterday.
But,
I'm just like,
is that because he takes a sack? I mean, that's
the
also
thing.
what happens too.
You could either maybe he is being too careful with the ball in that sort of way. He's not making the risk that you need to make that big play downfield where it is 50-50. It could either be a touchdown or it's going to be an interception. But I do like it still where he could come out of this year if he keeps the last game's pace. He could be the leader, the single season leader in passing yards already as a rookie. So I'm not opposed to it. We're going to look back and we're going to see Caleb Williams stats, and it's going to be great. So
on Monday Night Football, they showed spots where receivers were open. Like they even showed it on TV too.
He needs to work on his progressions.
Yes,
which I think comes
later on. Yeah,
with learning which once again he's going to have to learn a new system in the offseason.
He's also going from being able to sit in the pocket for 5 seconds, and now he's going to like 2.5 seconds.
Well, that's your number one priority.
Yeah.
After you get head coach and all that stuff taken care of, your number one priority is building that line.
The inexcusable is the lack of accuracy. He is bottom of the barrel in terms of accuracy. I think he's 31st.
Jenkins has got to go. Braxton sucks. Braxton's got to go.
Tevin's not going anywhere.
Tevin Jenkins not going.
Tevin is a Pro Bowl guard if he can stay
healthy.
If he can stay, Darnell Wright's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
you need a left tackle. You need a right guard, and you need a center.
Yeah, center.
You go out. You get the right guard from Kansas City. Yep.
Smith, right?
Yep. Left tackle. I'll tell you what. You saw last year how deep the wide receiver position was for the draft and some great players that have come out of that. This might be the draft where left tackle, you could get somebody extremely quality later in the draft, second or third round.
Who's that Campbell guy that we're talking about?
Will Campbell right now is mock drafted at the Tankathon website has him 9th with the Bears.
Which I'm okay with. Campbell that's the kid from Texas, right? LSU. Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah,
he's a beast.
We're just watching some tape on him. It was fun.
And that's why I love Tevin Jenkins when they drafted him. If you go and look at Tevin Jenkins' tape when he was at Oklahoma State, he's an animal.
Oh yeah,
he's a bruiser, and he's the only one out of them all that actually defends when somebody tries to take a cheap shot at Caleb.
Yeah.
Komet's not going anywhere.
No.
I'll be interested to see if they re-sign Keenan Allen to maybe a 3-year deal.
Yeah, I mean they did talk about Ryan to run it back, so I think that's
just because Keenan and Caleb have a connection.
Yeah,
and Keenan's trying to teach him how to play professional football.
He needs to stay healthy too. I mean,
and Komet and him are like thick as thieves, I guess.
Yeah, him and Komet could be a top 5 if they actually threw him the ball. 100%. Top 3. If they actually threw him the ball, I would say top 3 tight end in the league.
Nah, I wouldn't go top 3. I'd go top 5. Top 5, easy. But once again, the offense looks semi-copable. Roshan comes out with the Guardian helmet on. I mean, good for him.
Yeah.
I think, my honest opinion, that defense will be fixed, no problem, once Brisker's back next year, if he comes.
If he ever plays again.
I think we talked about it a little last Wednesday, I believe.
Okay.
I think they're purposely holding Brisker out because they are at 4 and whatever.
Yeah.
They are getting hurt more than he already is.
And just saying, hey, take the rest of the season off, completely heal up, let that brain rest. Let's see how you look. If you need to come back and wear a Guardian, you wear a Guardian, your choice. If you don't, you don't. That being said, and then losing Billings, you need a top D tackle.
Yes.
And you may need an edge guy.
Yeah. Like that Billings isn't replaceable. Like that's very hard to believe for me. Like you can't find a guy that can't have the same output as him.
He's a mass that takes up 2 blockers, and they don't have a guy with mass.
Sure. Yeah, I know.
Javon Dexter's pretty good too. I don't know. It's just is there like a college guy that's good that's on the D line this year?
There's a lot of good D
From the mock
tackles.
that I was looking at, looks like it was actually a flip from last year, as when 15, 16 straight offensive players went. Now I feel like it's going to be a nice mixture, a really balanced mixture all across the board. Where obviously Shador and Travis Hunter are going in the first probably 2 picks.
Going to be some guys, some quarterbacks. Cam Ward
probably up
Shador.
there for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else needs to be stretched that high. As far as it'll probably go
Oregon's
Shador.
yeah.
I don't think
You don't think
Dylan Gabriel will be a system quarterback. If he gets into the right system, like I could see the 49ers taking a flyer on Dylan Gabriel in like the 3rd or 4th round because he's that timing quarterback. If you get a guy who can throw timing patterns.
I feel like it's a pretty nice place for him, honestly.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying though? Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked. What do you want to see over the next 2 games? Let me ask you to that.
All right, let's see.
They got Seattle, and then they end with
Green
Bay. With the Green Bay.
What I want to see is them beat the crap out of Green Bay.
It ain't gonna happen.
I want to see that happen. It's happening. Don't worry about that.
I would love to too, but I would think the Packers are still going to be fighting for some sort of positioning, so they're going to most likely be playing everybody.
I would assume they're probably playing for a wild card. They may clinch a wild card next weekend.
Yeah.
With his bad, I mean, it's going to come down to, at least for me, it's going to come down to Atlanta or Tampa Bay winning the South, and the Rams and the Seahawks who wins the West.
Yeah.
Because obviously, Arizona just poo-pooed the bed yesterday, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, they're eliminated.
But what do I want to see? You're saying?
Yeah.
I want to see Caleb improve. I want to see that first of all, because I'm watching games because of Caleb right now. Honestly, that's all I'm watching for.
Okay.
Caleb just to keep improving.
I would say their best chance to win is probably next week.
I want them to lose out.
Yeah.
Just lose out. Get the pick, lose out.
You're not gonna shift many positions if you lose.
No,
if you win one.
No.
You've got the Giants at 2.
Of schedule.
Right.
You've got the Giants at 2 wins. You've got like
Las Vegas at 3, right?
3 teams at
nice.
like 3 wins.
The Panthers at 4 now. We got their 2nd round picks though, right? From that DJ
Yeah.
Moore draft.
Yeah,
So
we still have the
right now, top 10 is looking like Giants, New England, Jacksonville, Tennessee, Cleveland, Las Vegas, Carolina, the
That's a lot of
Jets, Bears at 9, and then the Saints at 10. That is the top 10 right now.
All right.
So, and then like we mentioned, with the Bears, the Jets, and the Panthers all being the same record, they have the highest, sort of the toughest strength of schedule. So that's why they're at the bottom of that section. So even if they do lose, they're probably not. They're not. They would only go for. Like
I wouldn't put it past
9 to
Aaron,
8, 9 to 7.
9 to
Really,
7,
that's not really that big.
I wouldn't put it past Aaron Rodgers to win a game before the year's out.
Oh yeah, I'm sure too.
New Orleans ain't winning jack.
Oh,
No.
they're
They got
done.
Spencer.
They're done.
As much as I joke
Spencer
with.
Rattler.
As much as I joke with Andrew about Spencer Rattler, by the way, who spent time in a freezer at the
get
football facility to get prepared
Tonight.
for the game tonight,
It's crazy.
That's awesome. Love that.
which I thought was a little funny.
Oh, the Jets have the Bills. I think at least one. Yeah, the Jets have the Bills next week.
Yeah.
and then
They're getting destroyed.
Yeah,
You say that, but then New England plays
New England, exactly.
Buffalo super hard yesterday.
and then they finish off with the Dolphins, who again you would think they're probably still fighting for a playoff spot too. So
I think the Dolphins'
yeah.
path is super difficult.
it
though.
is. They
It's
need to win
super-
out,
win
and
out.
then
and they need a lot of stuff to happen
They
for
have-
them
yeah.
to not.
It's a lot of
make it.
teams right now. It's like the Colts have that same issue too. They
Cincinnati.
need to win
Yeah,
out
yeah.
and have a bunch of help. Bengals, same thing. Yeah. they
last
need to win
thing,
out.
last thing the AFC wants to see is the Cincinnati Bengals in the playoffs. I'm gonna say that right
no,
now.
they could be the
They
same
could be-
dark horse that they were when they went into the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
in
It's the Rams,
2020.
right? It was no, Rams.
Rams are the same way. They lead
Rams
their
too.
division right now.
Yeah.
The last thing anyone wants to see is the Rams.
Who
and-
wants to cover Puka Nacua and
Cooper
Cup?
Kupp at the same time.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
Yeah,
okay, if
it's-
that's not going to work, here's Kyron Williams up the middle.
who's
for 80
running the
yards.
ball
Yeah.
like insane.
Yeah.
So All right. Anything else we want to say about the Bears today? Or
Yeah, no, just exactly. Caleb focused. Keep him healthy.
yeah,
Keep him healthy. Do
number
not
one.
break this sack record of 70 plus or 72 or whatever. And then just pass. Just keep passing because who cares?
it was to me yesterday was a very undisciplined game as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
there were a
no,
lot of
yeah.
penalties for the Bears
maybe
as well.
maybe some players making some business decisions. Maybe some players already in Maui or wherever they vacation. That's probably where it is. Get your head out of the cut. Get your head out of there. Get back on the field. You still got a job to finish. So
Austin Booker jumping was I got pissed off on that. Austin Booker jumping on that 4th and 1. Are you kidding me? Going into the 2-minute warning? I mean, are you what?
undisciplined.
What is that? That's undisciplined. That's 100% undisciplined.
But once again, you got an experienced head coach and an inexperienced offensive and defensive coordinator. So there's going to be a lack of
got to go too.
that team's being led by the players.
Just don't
right
finish
now.
with a loss.
Don't-
End this losing streak and have Caleb healthy.
beat the
That's- there you
Seahawks.
or the
lose the Green
Packers.
Bay-
Yeah. There you go.
That's it.
If the Packers clinch that playoff spot, I wouldn't be surprised if they rest guys that last week.
I maybe for a half because I feel like they just want to stick it to no matter what.
To
They totally
Chicago.
want to
That's-
stick it.
that's
No
LaFleur
matter
probably
what.
does, yeah.
He wants to be
No
12 and
matter
0. It's 12 and 0.
Yeah.
If you,
And
He
it's still
wins.
Toyotathon, so it's gonna. Jordan Love is killing it.
All right. Well, when we come back, it's the rest of the NFL. Might talk a little Michael Penix Jr. here making a debut. Let's get to it. We'll be right back here on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
This is your home for sports. SportsTownChicago.com.
Joe's Hot Dogs has been around since 1953, but I promise it's not old news. You don't have to like hot dogs to like Joe's on Plainfield Road in Joliet. Italian beef, hot dog, shakes, and sides. My family's had a relationship with Joe's Hot Dogs for 3 generations. Golden fries with a tad bit of salt and the perfect amount of crunch come in a bag as big as your hand. And that's just a small. For more on the menu, visit joeshotdogsjoliet.com, bringing that classic Chicago flavor to the suburbs. That's Joe's Hot Dogs across from CVS on Plainfield Road in Joliet.
At the football game, Jim shows the telltale signs of being wasted. He starts flexing for the camera. He refers to his muscles as gunboats. He screams, "How's this for a halftime show?" Jim streaks the field.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many to drive. But what if you've had just one too many to drive? Never underestimate just a few. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and Windy City News Radio.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is now the Illinois Media School. We've been an institution in the Chicagoland area now for 30 years. Because the broadcasting world is always changing, so are we. Not only are we teaching radio and television production, but now you can learn all aspects of the media industry, like web design. You can even specialize in TV or film, sports broadcasting, and even sales. No matter where you are in the Chicagoland area, we have a campus near you. The Illinois Media School. Be on TV, be on radio, beonair.com.
Maybe that was money. Tell me that wasn't money.
Yo, check us out. We are the go-to guys. I'm your boy Space.
I'm your boy MC.
Check us out every Thursday
From 4 to 5 p.m.
We spitting all facts, all sports, all day.
Yes, sir. Who else you going to go to in the clutch?
Lillard, long range 3. And it's good!
Keeping you up to date with all the latest sports news.
We are.
The go-to guys.
Where else you gonna get all your sports news from?
You know.
SportsTownChicago.com.
And welcome back to Blow the Whistle here on SportsTownChicago.com. It's time to talk the rest of the NFL slate from this past weekend. Do you want to start with the Saturday games? Because there was some some stuff going down on those games.
After that game,
Yeah, about things.
Yeah.
He pumps up Justin, dude. Justin went off at the end there. I mean, that was
No,
it.
absolutely.
Justin's,
And everybody's got to remember, Justin's playing on one leg.
Yeah.
Like
He's
He's still
legitimately
throwing dimes. to
The
everyone.
quote that I heard was he's experimenting with a new ankle brace right now. Experimenting. So he's just walking around trying some stuff out. It's
Experimenting, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, he can walk. Get down. Like, this guy's throwing 2 tutties to
Crazy.
Land McConkey over here. I don't know who he's throwing to.
Lad McConkey.
Quit.
Lad
He's
McConkey
an
needs to be
animal.
high on my fantasy draft board.
I'm
next
getting
year.
next year. 100%.
McConkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a hell of a route runner.
He's a third down guy.
He's already lapped Quentin Johnston there, which is crazy.
Quentin Johnson.
Sorry, it's my
Well,
brother. So
I mean, he came in with a lot of hype coming out of TCU.
yeah,
He had a horrible rookie season where he couldn't catch a damn thing. Everything just bounced off his hands like his hands were made of complete marble. So, I mean, getting out of that, getting the yips out of your head, out of your mind is a tough thing to do.
oh, I'm sure.
Sometimes.
I'm sure. Well, I just wanted to say that's really. I thought that was really important for the AFC, just important for the.
Oh, I don't
division.
deny that fact.
So
Yeah,
I just wanted to take a quick step
100%.
back. No, Saturday games were huge too. Obviously, the Chiefs and the Texans.
Chiefs, Texans.
Once again, who here? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you didn't think that Patty Mahomes wasn't going to come out and just dime all over the place because he was injured.
Yeah,
He does it all the time.
Yeah,
as soon as he said there was like a full participant in practice, I'm like, all right,
week
he's
to
fine.
week,
He's good.
his ankle hurts. Rushing touchdown. First
I know.
drive of the,
I'm like,
what's
what
going
are
on?
you
This
doing?
guy is just,
What? And
I
doesn't
didn't even
dive
think
to
about
get into
that.
the
and he
end
doesn't
zone.
die. He just goes head first. I mean, it's terrible.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
He's a beast.
a 15-yard
That's
rushing
insane.
touchdown.
I'm just sitting there watching, it going, "What are you doing?
Who's on the medical staff? First of all, that guy should be fired.
Yeah.
What?
What?
What did Andy Reid say about his ankles? His ankles are made out of rubber bands
Rubber
or
bands,
something,
yeah.
something like that. They're elastic.
Yeah, big takeaway from there was obviously the Tank Dell injury. That
Tank-
was
yeah, that
scary
was-
as could be.
CJ was crying. Everybody was.
Yeah, I've
distraught.
never seen a team get that emotional over a knee.
They are. I mean, from what I understand, they are like boys. They are very much
Tight
boys.
knit.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's
So
what I
also,
assumed.
I would just think that, and like in that understanding that like it's not really, but it's kind of his fault. I'm not trying to do that, but it's kind of his fault because he threw the ball, and maybe he had that mindset. I'm not saying it is his fault.
I feel like I think it was a mixed emotions about
yeah, so
him
there's
being
probably
a
some
friend,
blame. Yeah,
him being a friend crying, and him losing everybody. Like Diggs is out for a year. Nico can't stay healthy. He didn't stay healthy for 6 weeks and now Tank.
Can I call this right
That's
now?
insane.
OBJ to the Texans.
That's not bad.
I mean, it's a good option for him.
Right now.
I'm just saying, like, you need a wide receiver
right now. And
OBJ's out there.
They
Just
just release him at the end of the year though, because he have
Well,
3
yeah.
guys. I mean, that's
it's one of those things where you just as
there,
soon
it's
as
worth a call.
as soon as it happened, I went OBJ.
Yeah, it's
Well,
better than
yeah.
making like a Julio Jones or I don't even know, like an
Come
Adrian
back.
Peterson call or something like that.
Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, I know, obviously different position, but
Yeah,
that's
No,
that
I get
same
what you're
level.
saying.
That's tough, and I think that's probably what goes into
100%.
CJ Stroud having a sophomore slump of just not having
nobody.
the
There's
same
nobody.
receivers.
Dalton Schultz
Yeah,
is,
Dalton is the top
that's
guy
their
now,
top
basically.
guy. It's insane.
I will say this: I watched the Pittsburgh Ravens game
Mhm.
start to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game
That was
turned
awesome.
turned on a dime when Russell fumbled that ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All momentum it shifted right there, and again, I think we all believe in momentum being the real thing. So
Momentum is real.
Do we?
yeah, I
Do
would
we?
hope so.
You're the one
I
that
don't know.
always culture. You're the one that's always talking about what is culture. So-
No,
Culture of
no,
who?
that's
The culture.
lazy. I feel like that's just a lazy word.
So-
Yeah, just in the I mean, our
It's-
culture.
It's a
suck.
culture. We just suck.
Like isn't like they
Yeah.
go Steelers go
Yeah,
in there and tie up that ball game.
Yeah.
If Wilson doesn't fumble
Fumble that ball.
it's a different it's a different thing.
I also found out that was also Mark Andrews' first touchdown against the Steelers, which is kind of crazy.
That's insane. 7
Good
years.
He's had plenty of opportunities and never
Exactly.
caught a goddamn thing.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
terrible. He broke the record, right?
Both Mark Andrews and Lamar just for some reason, like the Steelers are kryptonite.
At the beginning of the year, though.
So can you finally say this is, big game Lamar finally showed up?
I think Josh is still my MVP.
The lights were not that bright.
I'll give him credit where credit's due. He played.
The one interception.
Lamar,
He played well. He did play well yesterday. Do I think this leads to Lamar making a run in the playoffs? No, because Lamar does Lamar things in the playoffs.
He chokes.
Or the offensive coordinator decides, you know what? We ran the ball great in the first half, but let's throw it all second half.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. And once again, same with Josh Allen. I know you and I have had this debate. Until they get to the prefaces and actually win, to me, they're second tier.
Okay.
It is what it is. He's great regular season stats. Josh is putting up great regular season stats, but they've
MVP.
But they've done.
It's gonna be close.
Who do you got?
Lamar.
No.
Probably Lamar will be the
No.
closest.
You got Joe?
I got Saquon. Saquon needs to, in these last 3 games, Saquon needed to average 130 yards to break Eric Dickerson's record.
He's tied.
He had 150 against the Commanders.
Yeah.
His last game is against the Giants.
Yeah.
Do you really think they're not going to feed? They're going to go. Just go.
Now he's tied with Jim Brown and someone else, I think, AP, for like 4+ 60-yard rushing touchdowns or something in a year. I mean,
So
it's insane. 5.
To me, Josh Allen didn't hurt his MVP status this week, but he also didn't help it. But Saquon helped his because he threw down 150 against a solid Commanders defense.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it's a really tough go.
Josh is a beast.
By the way,
Josh,
there's a game we need to talk about.
Sure.
Eagles Commanders.
Yeah.
5 turnovers, and Jaden Daniels goes, hold my beer.
hold my beer. That's what he said.
I mean, I guess for lack of a better word, do you have the blame on Nick Sirianni for settling for the field goal instead of maybe going for it on 4th down at the last possession?
At what point? Like,
no, at the last to go up.
I think you have to go for the points there, because if you don't get those points and then turn the ball over on 4th down, they only need a field goal to win.
Okay. That was my thinking too.
So get the field goal. Yeah, they've got to go the whole field in 1:58 with 1 timeout left.
Yeah,
and score a touchdown. And Jaden Daniels goes and does that.
And big conversation though is Kenny Pickett guy. So I mean,
there's another.
Jalen Hurts got concussion protocol.
Did you see the look in his eyes when he was not there?
Dazed. He was dazed. Yeah, he was done.
I saw the hit, and then
the hit wasn't that bad. It was the head.
On the floor.
I think the head hitting the frozen ground probably knocked him a little loopy.
That makes.
He didn't know. He thought his name was November. I heard. That's why. That's what I heard.
Oh, geez.
That's what I heard.
Jalen doesn't hurt.
Jalen doesn't. There you go.
Jalen Payne.
Jalen Payne.
Yeah. Jalen. No, I'm Jalen in pain. Sorry.
Do you feel like this is the Commanders stepping up maybe a little bit? Yeah. Granted, Kenny Pickett came in the first quarter, but the Eagles still scored 33 on them.
Yeah.
With Kenny Pickett in there, AJ Brown has himself. AJ Brown has himself a solid game. Saquon, of course, has Saquon kind of numbers.
250 yards, 2 touchdowns.
For fantasy, I was very excited because Kenny Pickett was just targeting AJ Brown a ton, so I love that. But
why wouldn't you?
I know exactly.
He's an animal.
Who's our number one? Who's our number one guy again?
I don't know, Jalen. Why would you not target AJ Brown?
Right.
I'm still so wishy-washy on the Commanders because every time I want to say like the cheese is sliding off the cracker for them, they do something like this and they have like a comeback or a giant play where
I think they're a couple years away from being a true contender in the NFC.
Yeah.
I think they've definitely got their franchise quarterback moving forward.
Dan Quinn's awesome.
I was just sitting there again, but I drew it back to me that same argument of like, you know what, if Caleb was there, he'd probably be doing the same, and Jaden Daniels was over here in Chicago, he'd probably be doing the same thing.
Don't know, and here's the only reason I out. I've never heard that about Caleb since he's been with the Bears. Like Jaden's in at 4:00 in the morning and doesn't leave until everybody else is gone. He's that committed to the product, his development, everything like that. Jaden is also a more accurate passer than Caleb.
Yes. Yeah, it's deep ball.
All this to say, I'm not saying Caleb isn't the franchise quarterback of the Bears, but I did try to sell you guys on Jaden Daniels throughout the entire draft process. I had Jaden 1, I had Penix 2, and then I had Caleb.
Well, you think Jaden would do good with 2 seconds in the pocket? Like he doesn't have that.
Jaden's more mobile. There's the difference. There's the difference between him and Caleb. He is a more mobile quarterback who can get out and sprint.
That's the difference between him and Justin too. That's why we lost legs and we gained more arm. That's what it was. That's what happened.
With Jaden, you're getting Justin Fields, but a more accurate passer, way more accurate passer
down the field too.
Yeah. So I mean, you can sit here and pontificate all you want. The Commanders got their guy. Let's move on. I brought his name up. Atlanta absolutely donkey stomps the Giants. Why is that, Frankie? What? Why is it?
Why you think
who wasn't playing quarterback?
You think
who wasn't playing
Tommy
quarterback?
Cutlets wasn't throwing the ball. That's the problem. Are you kidding me? Atlanta, we got 2 pick sixes on Tommy Cutlets. That's for sure. I'll tell you that. Drew Lock's a bum. Tell him to go play Broncos again. What a bum.
I'll say this. Very impressed with the performance. Nothing spectacular. He didn't throw 6 tutties. Yeah. He didn't do it. But one pick, I'm not mad at it. But you could see the difference in the timing, the velocity, everything when it came to Penix being back there. Still, Kyle Pitts isn't getting wide open. One catch for 7 yards. Are you kidding me? Come on, Kyle.
Only targeted 2 times. That's tough.
Wow.
I mean, he was trying to get. He clearly got his other guys.
Mooney and London
were involved.
McLeod.
Bijan had a great game. That's awesome.
Bijan, 94 yards.
That's your new Saquon. That's your younger Saquon.
Oh yeah, Bijan, 100%. Yeah.
And if they don't pay him, I'm going to get mad.
I would only hope so because you took him 8th.
Yeah.
8th overall 3 years ago. 2 years.
You have to pay him. I mean, he's an animal. He's a beast. He's your guy.
Yeah, he's the guy that's going to make
he
that
starts an
team.
offense. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, he starts to offense.
And then that leads to where Penix is the best, and it's that play action pass that he does so well, that he did so well in Washington.
Yeah.
My question to you guys, as non-Atlanta Falcons fans, was that the last time we saw Kirk Cousins on the field?
Oh yeah.
Well, they already said they're not going for that $10 million bonus, right?
Yeah, they want to cut
him by the time.
Yeah,
so
by the 17th or something.
I think it is.
All right.
I would keep in Penix for the rest of the year.
I think they are.
Who they got next week? I mean, who they got next following
the crazy thing is they are now in the lead in the division because the Buccaneers lost to the Cowboys last night, which all of a sudden the Cowboys know how to play a little football with Cooper Rush behind.
His time as a Falcon has ended. If he wants to become maybe a Indianapolis Colt, that could be.
No, I think the
Colts. Richardson.
Colts
really love Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, Colts won yesterday too, and
Jonathan
God bless Jonathan Taylor running into the end zone with both arms on the football.
All 3 times, baby.
So great.
Love it. Thank you.
So great.
Handed me a berth in the fantasy playoffs.
Was there Rams beating the Jets? Puts the Rams at the top of the NFC West division.
That was a huge game.
And anyone in the NFC is going crap.
Yeah.
Son of a gun, no.
If they make it.
Panthers living up to their nickname, the Carolina Reapers. They take out the Cardinals from playoff contention.
Did you hear what Trey Pride said after the game? He goes, our team is ass.
I did not. It was insane. Trey, he's awesome. Trey
throw
him the ball.
Part of that problem is that everybody now knows how to scheme against the quarterback for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what are you going to do?
I mean,
it's tough.
Bryce Young's turning out to be a first-round pick now too, though.
I think once he got the right coaching system in there,
sign Chuba. got to sign Chuba.
They're going to sign Chuba Hubbard to an extension.
Chuba.
They need to go out and get themselves a legitimate number one wide receiver.
Yeah,
They've
for
got
him,
Leggett. You can have Thielen there as a veteran leadership kind of guy, and your third down possession receiver, which he's great at. But I mean, yeah, Chuba.
You need a guy to throw it to. I mean, Bryce doesn't have a guy to go throw it to. Xavier Leggett's out, right? Is he out? Is he hurt or no?
Xavier
Leggett.
Oh no, I thought he was hurt.
He might be.
I don't know.
There's
Yeah,
so
he's-
many people. All right. It's time to start talking about the Minnesota Vikings.
I was just about, that was the next game I wanted.
Yeah, like we need to start talking
because if they win
Coach
out,
of the year.
they're the number one seed. Their next big game.
It's either them or Detroit.
Yeah, exactly. They
100%
play each
coach of the
other.
year. Kevin McConnell, coach.
You really? You think so?
100%. I'll take. I think I take him over Dan Campbell.
Okay, that's fair.
I think that's our.
That's a.
We talked through.
I mean, do you think they should?
I like Tomlin, a coach of the year, but that's
Mike Tomlin.
Do you think they re-sign Sam Darnold?
After this year, I think they should.
Don't you think
After
he's
this-
earned it at least? At least a 3 to 4 year deal.
Yeah, but what do they want to do with JJ?
You have
That's the problem.
JJ sit behind.
I know, but
It's the NFL. It happens all the time. Kurt Warner wouldn't have been Kurt Warner if Trent Green hadn't blew out his knee in preseason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Russell Wilson goes in, gets drafted by Seattle, and they had just signed. I can't even remember his name.
I mean, that would just be the lingering question: is just how much do they believe in JJ, and when do they want to make that move? Because clearly they want to give Penix Jr. some time in Atlanta.
you do an Atlanta thing where you don't give him huge money, but you give him a good contract that's completely front loaded. And I still don't think JJ's the dude. I never thought
I don't
JJ
think
was
so
the
either,
dude.
but apparently someone in that front office did.
But Sam Darnold,
and he's only 27. Sam Darnold, that's
Yes.
not that bad. I mean, as a 26-year-old,
for the fact that poor kid has lived a lifetime in the NFL and is now coming out the other side looking like a complete
Insane.
badass.
Yeah. I mean, 3 touchdowns, 3
Well,
touchdowns,
once
246.
once again, doesn't hurt that he probably has one of the best,
Jay
if,
Jettis.
ne-
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
if not the best wide
And
receiver.
Jordan Addison.
And Jordan Addison. Oh,
And
yeah.
TJ Hawkinson.
And by the way,
And-
TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah, exactly.
And by the way, Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones is
That's his
yeah,
running
he's-
back. It's not a
He can
bad
catch, too.
offense. So, I mean, there's a lot to be desired there.
I guess that's really when you hit your stride, your 7th or 8th year, because Sam Darnold's in his 7th year. Jonnu Smith is in his 8th year. Travis Kelce didn't pick up until about his 8th year.
Baker Mayfield.
Baker.
Just it's a process.
I
So
miss
all these
Baker's-
guys that are jumping off the cliff after one bad rookie season.
Yeah.
I
Get
miss
it together.
Baker's commercials in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
I didn't like the Hulu commercials. Those were
Hulu,
always-
Hulu. Any other games you want to get to before we head out and talk a little college football playoffs?
The game, I didn't catch a ton of the game because I was just anxiety ridden from fantasy. But that Buccaneers loss is going to be
That's brutal.
that's awful.
It now puts Atlanta in the lead in the AFC or the NFC South.
Yeah.
They hold their own destiny. They've got some tough games coming up though. Like
absolutely.
Atlanta's got,
Yeah, they got-
rough last 2 games.
Any final thoughts? Maybe Saints Packers
Saints,
tonight.
Packers tonight.
Packers by 1 million. Packers are 14.5-point favorites at home.
14.5-point favorites.
Totals 43.
I mean, Spencer Rattler did go to the cafeteria or freezer at the Saints complex and sitting there to get used to the cold. So
Let's be honest. Jordan Love's not a Super Bowl quarterback.
wow.
He's not. He's
All
not.
right.
He's not. He's a bonehead. He's a bonehead. He's a bonehead.
Why do you call him a bonehead?
Some of the throws that he makes are the most questionable throws of all time. He's not. He learned from Rodgers, right? Of course, he's got that. He's got that behind him. But
Yeah, he's got the gunslinger attitude for sure.
I don't think you just see him play. He doesn't look like a Rodgers and a Favre. He doesn't look like a guy that can lead a team.
How many times have you beaten Jordan Love?
It's but that's the Bears.
That's not the point. That's not what we're talking about.
We're talking Bears here, right? That's the floor.
Jordan Love there.
You didn't see how
It's the Bears though. That's
The Bears being 2 and
we're dumb.
The
We're a
Bears
bunch of
being
dumb.
2-13 against division matchups since Ryan Poles said we're going to take the North has been
That's horrendous.
the worst.
We're gonna take the North.
That's the worst.
But it's a
part.
process. And I'll be the first one to say it. I've seen the process get better and better each year. There has been improvement each year, whether anyone wants to believe it or not.
Maybe this is my first time realizing this, and I maybe should have said this during the Bears portion.
Go ahead.
Everyone and their mother has just jumped off the Ryan Poles train, and
which I don't get.
With
why?
They don't even want to get their hand stamped to come back type deal. Everyone is completely out on it after just. I mean,
it just sucks how he said
praising his name, like, you know.
Well, let me
just short of giving him fellatio, and it just
cup in the
exactly.
Oh,
cup in the walnuts.
In one full swoop, it went from it just was one radio personality. Like, I don't like him anymore. So everyone's just like, I don't like him anymore either. So
was it Bernstein?
I don't know.
It's probably Bernstein.
It was just a collection of podcasts all at once. Radios.
I don't get it.
It's his third year, right? This is his third year. Give the guy time.
This is my whole thing.
He has made questionable decisions. I'm sorry. I'll let you get to yours in just a second.
Yeah,
He's made questionable decisions, yes, but not to the extent that every other questionable GM has made.
You should fire him too. I mean, that's terrible.
Yeah,
fire him.
That's terrible. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Let me be very real when I say this. He did not pick the first head coach.
No.
He was given a list of people that he should hire. That's it. Secondly, yes, has he missed on a couple? Absolutely. Velus Jones comes to mind. Braxton Jones is looking like he might not be that dude.
And then they're giving him Amagaji right now with him being a fourth rounder.
Amagaji is a project, ladies and gentlemen. You are it's going to take 3 to 4 years before he shows anything.
Yeah. That's true. I mean,
everybody was saying the same thing about Komet 3 years ago, and now
he's a beast.
Now look at him.
Yeah,
like he's a go-to guy.
I mean, I was just on that boat because I felt like, you know, again, questionable. Yeah, and then even want to throw in the Claypool trade, sure.
That was awful.
I mean, yes. The other trades, the other draft picks he was able to make, getting Jalen Johnson where he did, re-signing him, and how'd
that trade for the sweat guy go last year?
Went all right.
Beautiful.
Not too bad.
I'm just saying.
I mean, he hasn't been producing this year
because they're double teaming him and they have nobody else.
Yeah, there's not another edge rusher that they're worried about.
And that was also some people's concern too, which is like that was last year was his first year of double-digit sacks. He had to do it on two different teams. So
and he led on to those two teams and sacks. I mean, that's insane too. He led on. When's that happen?
So again, I feel like for every like mishap you could say with Ryan Poles, you could still say like, hey, he made up by doing this, and I would still point out like
he drafted probably
fleecing Carolina was still much better. than anything.
Yes,
insane too. That trade's
and
still
he
going.
drafted probably who will be in the next 2 to 3 years the best punter in the NFL.
Torrey Taylor, 100%. Yeah,
100%.
100%.
All right, when we come back. It's time to talk about chalky college football playoffs here on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
This is your home for sports. Longtime fan, sports is like life. SportsTownChicago.com.
What's up, Chicago? If you're ever, and I mean ever, out looking for good urban food 24/7, come down to White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. White Palace Grill is open 365 days a year since 1939. I personally love the steak and egg dinner, but whether you like burgers for breakfast, steak for lunch, or French toast for dinner, White Palace is the place for you. The diner is a 24-hour urban oasis. Come now, come later. Hey, come now and later. We never close at White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. Visit us at whitepalace.com or order with Uber Eats or Grubhub anytime, any day.
Daddy, when you look at me, I could see your wheels turning. About what am I going to be when I grow up? A major league first baseman? Maybe a point guard for a national champion.
The odds of a child becoming a professional athlete are 1 in 16,000. Far-fetched? Maybe. But did you know the odds of a child being diagnosed with autism are 1 in 166? That's right, 1 in 166. To learn the signs of autism, go to autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Go to Lux Barbershop for the best barbers and stylists in Plainfield, Illinois. I go there when I have an important event, date, or I just want to look good. The straight razor shave will have you looking fresh and smooth. Lux Barbershop is open 7 days a week. Go to Lux Barbershop for the finest barbers, stylists, braiders, and massage therapists in the southern suburbs. Check out all their daily deals on Facebook, Instagram, and luxbarbershop.com.
Hi, this is Joe Perry and Steven Tyler of Aerosmith for Red. You know, it's okay to rock and roll and party down. Just don't get in that 2,000-pound bullet when you're done and cocked. And please don't drink and drive. I'm the one that jaded you.
A reminder that friends don't let friends drive drunk. A public service message brought to you by the Ad Council, U.S. Department of Transportation, National Association of Broadcasters, and RAD.
High school sports is here, and SportsOnChicago.com. We are ready to provide the best high school sports live coverage all across Northern Illinois. From the first kickoff of high school football to the final spike of high school volleyball, we at SportsOnChicago.com are ready to bring you high school sports live. SportsOnChicago.com and STC Friday Night Lights in a league of our own.
Welcome back to Blow the Whistle here, SportsSoundShow.com. Bruce, guess what? You just said 25 was too old.
No, me.
Antonio's looking for a good Italian.
No.
See? No,
Hey.
tell her what you told me.
What?
She's a beautiful woman.
She's a beautiful woman. But I mean, you know, mucho, take it easy a little bit. You know?
Take it easy.
Mucho, take it easy.
I guess we got to get into these games that happened on Friday and Saturday. Did you both watch the Indiana Notre Dame game at all?
I was able to catch some of it.
Yeah.
I was popping in and out.
Shame.
You know when that game was over?
When?
As soon as Jeremiah Love hit that 98-yard run for a touchdown, I looked over at my girlfriend and went, it's over.
My favorite post from that was the 98-yard touchdown, and then someone goes, "This is actually the shortest touchdown in college football playoff history because it was the first touchdown."
Yeah.
But overall, I thought that was good. I turned it off. I was about to turn it off right around when they actually blocked the field goal kick that Notre Dame's to get in there. Yeah. I don't know. Overall, it seemed like Notre Dame didn't do anything that surprised, like wowed me. They didn't need.
They're not going to wow you.
They didn't need to.
They are the Michigan of college football this year. They're going to run you into the ground.
Yeah, a lot of things. Not a lot, but a couple bounces of the ball went their way for sure. Looked very undisciplined from what I was able to gather from Indiana. That late hit out of bounds was really kind of a difference maker at that point in time. Yeah, but honestly, I was never really a believer in Indiana to begin with, so I can kind of.
My whole thing. Go ahead, Frank.
No, I think this proves that Indiana had that soft schedule. I mean, it showed that they're not as good as they are. You know what I mean? Like everybody's saying,
they were overperforming.
They were overperforming. Yeah,
well, and here's where I'm going to go with it. Great first year as a head coach at Indiana University.
Cursing that, yeah.
I want to see what you do next year and the year after. Can you maintain this high level kind of performance year in, year out when scheduled? I think their schedule gets tougher next year. I know Penn State's does. we got some tough games next year. But kudos to Indiana. You can sit here and, well, this is why the SEC should have had more teams in. Their conference was tougher. Listen, Alabama can whine and complain all they want. You lost to Vandy and you lost to Oklahoma, and you only scored 3 points on Oklahoma. Lane Kiffin needs to shut the hell up too. Win the games that you're supposed to win.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. You lost to Kentucky.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
I'm sorry.
That's my squad.
You need to go get Nick Saban out of that booth in College Game Day.
Alabama Jones.
Alabama Jones. You see that?
That was amazing.
Who's that?
Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis. He's awesome.
He's amazing.
He's so funny.
there is something to be said. I thought Saban was going to get out of his chair and cold cock him.
Yeah, no, you could see he was like he
He's
did
pissed.
not find that funny in the slightest.
And he goes, I thought this was a fun show. I thought this was a fun show.
Did not appreciate the comments
I
whatsoever.
did like what he did to comment back. He was just like, yeah, the only thing that we cheated was like we developed our players into NFL stars.
We only got 61 players on NFL rosters. They're making big dollars.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know. That being said,
Alabama Jones is great.
That's
Alabama Jones.
So funny. Penn State takes down SMU. I will tell you this. I was extremely nervous the first quarter of that game.
I can tell. When we were talking about it beforehand, we were all like, yeah, Penn State's fine. Penn State, you were the only one that's like,
that quarterback is really good.
Yeah.
He drove SMU down. First drive, drove SMU down to the 7-yard line, threw a pass behind his tight end, and they didn't get in, and they stopped him on 4th down. And then he threw the pick 6, and it was done. If he goes down there and they score on that first drive, that stadium goes dead silent.
Oh, yeah, you think so? 100% momentum right there.
100%.
I can see that. I can see that being the case.
The moment the pick 6 happened, it was over.
It was over. Yeah.
Okay.
It was over.
You guys shut him out the whole half.
Yeah.
It was 28 zip.
Penn
going into
State's
the half.
defense is not to be trifled with. and that's what it comes down to. I was more nervous for this game than I am for Boise State. Because Boise State is a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
If you shut down Genty,
it's over. Yeah.
Because their whole offense is predicated on play action pass. And if you shut down Genty, you don't have to worry about the play action pass.
That's kind of where I completely agree with that. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, Boise State, Genty. And again, just the hot name when they think he's gonna run over the I think so.
And I'm gonna hit this one until his legs fall off.
Yeah.
But
they'll be down money. They'll be feeding him the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just what they do.
Yeah, 100%.
Should win the Heisman.
Oh, 100%.
Throwing it out there, just should have won the Heisman.
Wow. That's a big statement. Any other year,
I saw this stat. After contact, he's still leading in rushing yards. Yards after contact.
Yeah.
In the whole thing. He's 1 and 2. Rushing yards first. After contact, he's still being that second guy.
And I'm not denying the fact that the kid's an animal. And he's a man playing with boys.
Barry, too. You almost beat Barry's right.
Yeah. But here's the problem. You have it's a lot like the Shohei Ohtani effect.
Yeah,
where
right.
Shohei won the MVP the year that he was pitching and hitting. And who was it? Somebody else was having just this insane year. Was it Vlad?
Yeah, I think
might
he
have
had
been
the
Vlad.
triple
He was
crown.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
triple
Vlad. Vlad was having the triple crown year, and they were like, but
he could pitch
it's
and hit.
Shohei. That's what I compare it to.
I would
the-
give it more
this-
Travis Hunter's way if he was like ranked higher at both positions that he plays at, but he's kind of like middle of the boat. for
He's
both.
number 1 DB
He's the number
in the
one
country.
DB.
In the country, without a doubt.
The numbers stand for is just he is.
He is.
Okay.
He has
He has the best cornerback in his ear of all time.
and he's learned how to be a DB, a shutdown DB. The great thing about Travis is he has that elite speed that Dion had.
Yeah.
So he can let a wide receiver get 1.5 yards, 2 yards ahead of him.
Yeah,
And as soon as the quarterback throws it,
he's there.
Boom.
He's there. Yeah.
and he'll either
Well,
pick
he's
it off
learning
or
from
break
the
it up.
best. He
Yeah.
learned from Dion himself.
Well,
I mean,
Dion taught him his technique.
Exactly. Yeah,
So
it's over.
for me, Travis Hunter deserved to win it. I think Genty, any other year, wins it. Wins it. That being said, then we go to Texas Clemson. This score doesn't really replicate how much Texas was in control of this game for a very long time. Running back Jaden Blue, 14 carries, 146 yards,
2 touchdowns,
1 for 77 yards. That just It's crazy.
And McConaughey thought he was on the team. Did you see him? He thought he was high fiving everybody. He was going.
Do you
up.
know he has an actual
Do you have a title with the team?
title? No, he's a title with the university.
Oh, okay.
He's owned something like
He's the minister of culture for Texas University.
That's
of
why
Texas.
he's all involved.
Yes,
It's
100%.
culture. Yeah,
Is
that's
he
why.
leading them in prayer then, I'm guessing? Or something.
He was like hugging Archie Manning.
Different kind.
Jenks is a Texas grad, the
Okay.
host of one of the hosts of Daily Tip, and he tells me all the time, you should hear some of McConaughey's pre-games.
It was probably a legend.
No, they
no. No.
with go deep with. To me, Clemson wouldn't have in scenario if they hadn't beaten SMU in the ACC championship game. I think because of all this, I think there will be some reshuffling next year where you see the rankings be a little different so you get better matchups. Because I think if you have SMU play Clemson or SMU playing Boise State, you're getting better games in that first round.
Do you feel like the college football playoff, the bracket should be restructured?
Yeah, for next year.
every round.
Well, no, just for next year.
Okay.
Just for next year.
Okay.
I do you want to go with an NFL style kind of
I
like
the reseeding every round.
like
yeah.
so like okay, the lowest seed that won was Ohio State.
Yeah.
They're still getting
Oregon. Yeah.
Oregon. So it did work out this time.
Yeah. Yeah. In that sense.
And then we go to hello. As much as it, I think it just threw up in the mouth.
The Ohio State over here?
Look who learns how to play football, Ohio State. Hey, we've got
at least they didn't play
NFL quality wide receivers playing on our team.
Oh, yeah.
Let's throw to them.
Yeah.
Shocking what happens when you do
They
that.
just didn't get cute. I think that was one of the ways that you put it last time. Where just don't get cute. Just don't play with your food. Do exactly that. Short passes and do it right.
They looked dominant in that game. Now I don't know if that's because Tennessee's secondary isn't the best in the world. They couldn't get any pressure on Will Howard. That's where you affect them. If you get pressure on Will Howard will make mistakes and make bad mistakes. Because he is not a good quarterback.
At least they didn't plant the flag in the middle of the field. Thank God.
No, that's
that
illegal.
might be a
Were they
that might be a
home right there?
felony. Yeah,
It's a
they were
felony.
at home.
Yeah.
They were at home.
Yeah.
Which the home field advantage did come in.
It helps.
Yeah, it did
helps.
really help
Game of college
all
helps.
three teams.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
In college.
I want to bounce back really quick to Texas. Did you like how they used Archie Manning just for the?
That's
for the
how they're
rushing
going to do.
attempts?
Quinn was dialed in.
Okay.
Quinn was dialed in. You didn't have to worry about him being in his own head. He played a really good game. Yes, they're gonna because Arch has got wheels.
Yeah.
Arch can run, unlike his uncles.
Everybody, his family.
No, his dad.
His dad ran.
Everyone
His
is
dad
itching
was
for him to
the
play.
best
Archie Manning.
athlete in that family.
I think.
Oh,
it's just-
yeah.
They really would just want to see him.
Oregon offered Quinn Ewers $4 million to stay in college and come up there and play football next year.
$4 million.
$4 million to go
gonna
up
take
there.
it.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't. I would.
Oh yeah.
He's not going until the second round.
Yeah.
It's the earliest
Yeah.
after the way he's played this year.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
So wouldn't shock me. Let's take a little quick look at the brackets. See what you like, what you don't like. Texas, Arizona State.
That's gonna be a steam. Texas is 14-point favorites already. They're gonna steamroll them.
I would probably take Arizona State on the spread.
Really?
14 seems a little too big.
Maybe for a backdoor cover, I'm sure, but this might be they're up like 20
You
all
forget,
game, and then
Arizona State has the greatest name in all of college football.
and that is
Scataboo.
What does that mean?
The Scataboo.
Scataboo.
I thought, what is that logo that they got? It's like the Aquaman's thing, right?
A trident.
It's a trident.
Why is it called the Tritons then?
No, they're called the
Why- why
Arizona State Sun Devils. It's his
The Sun-
pitchfork.
Oh, what
They
does
used
a Scabadoo?
A Scabadoo?
Yeah, what is that?
That's their running back.
Oh, that's their running back.
That's his name.
Skibadoo.
Scabadoo.
Yabba-dabba-doo. That should be his thing.
Skibadoo.
Yabba-dabba-doo.
Do you? You might be too young for this. Do you remember a running back named Mike Allstott?
Oh, man. Fullback for the Niners. Right?
No.
Tampa Bay.
Or Tampa Bay. The Tampa Bay. You're right. Oh, yeah,
Let's go say
fullback.
the
He's a
red-
fullback.
red color,
Red
yeah.
color. Yeah, red color. Niners.
That's what they got at Arizona State. And the new Mike Allstott.
Mike Allstott?
He's a beast. Go, if you can, go and watch the Big 12 championship game and just watch him bounce off of people
He was
that
a
try to
running back
tackle
in
him.
college, right? And then he moved to fullback.
No, he's a running back. He's their tailback.
He was a running back. Okay.
Yeah. He was 5th in the Heisman Trophy race. Yeah.
Who won it that year?
He's
So
good.
very
He's,
probably.
he's really, really good. Next, let's go to
If we're staying on that side of the bracket, it would be Ohio State and Oregon.
I don't want to talk about that one yet.
Okay.
That's
Penn State, Boise State.
we can do.
Second
well,
one?
I think I've already kind of previewed it. I the number to me might be a skosh high, but at
Yeah,
the
10
same
and a half. I would maybe in that sense, I would probably still just it's probably a backdoor cover idea, but I could also just see Penn State just run
blowing the
wild.
doors out. Yeah. Well, the next game,
Notre Dame, Georgia.
this
I got
one's
Georgia.
this one's in. Here's my problem: Carson Beck's not playing.
Yeah. Oh, he's not. Just
He's
trying-
not
playing.
He is not.
Who's
Stanton,
oh,
the guy that
jeez.
came in and beat Texas.
Okay.
Carson Beck's got that Brock Purdy UCL
Oh,
thing
yeah,
going on.
This is the closest. Oh, the second closest spread. Ohio State's at 2.5.
That worries me. Georgia
at
without
1.5.
as bad as Carson Beck has looked at times this year, he is absolutely. There's a reason he was starting over Stanton, obviously.
Yeah.
So does that create a big impact?
That could, considering Notre Dame is highly regarded for
And-
their defense. So.
And can Georgia stop Notre Dame's running attack?
That's true too. Yeah.
I would lean, as much as I hate to say it, Notre Dame here. But, that's only because I want to see Notre Dame Penn State in the semis so bad. I want to beat the crap out of Notre Dame so
I
bad.
kind of want that too.
So bad. So bad.
And these got Jesus on their side, though. So
Stop it.
Yeah,
That's
touchdown-
true.
touchdown
touchdown
Jesus.
Jesus on their side.
Yeah. Let me kill you so you can go up there and ask Jesus how he feels about touchdown Jesus.
Touchdown Jesus. You don't like that. You never, I don't think he's ever.
I
done
love
this.
the people that pray during football games. Please, if you can do one thing for me, just let them make this feel. He don't care.
Has Jesus ever even done this?
Sorry, starving people.
No,
We
he
get a
did
first
this.
Our father's like this. When the hell did he turn like this? What's going on?
Oh God. Yeah, we need a first star. And sorry, everybody who has diseases.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry, I got to pay attention to the
Yeah.
Packers game right now. And then we get to the big one, and by all means necessary, this was a barn burner during the season. Oregon won in the last minute, I believe, the first time they met up, and it was in Eugene. Ohio State, Oregon, going at it again. I still lean Oregon until proven otherwise.
I think so too. Yeah.
I might
Gabriel's
jump
a
all over
beast.
the money line on that one.
Yeah. Ohio State's favored at 2.5 right
2.5.
now. Like, is it on a neutral site?
Yep. All these are neutral
Yeah.
site games.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's.
I
so
got
tough.
Oregon. I got Oregon too. They're 13-0. I mean, they've steamrolled.
Like I
through
said,
everybody.
until proven otherwise,
I got Oregon.
it's Oregon.
Dylan Gabriel's a beast. I mean, this guy's an animal. 3,500 yards this season.
Does
28
the,
tutties.
Does the bye week play into a factor?
Gets the guys that were a little dinged up from the Big Ten championship healthy.
Okay.
So,
All right.
I mean, it does help them out there.
Yeah, that could be the case too, for sure. That might be stay away and just enjoy myself right there.
Oh, I'm gonna play it for sure. I'm playing Oregon because I cannot on the Buckeyes.
Oh, yeah.
Can't. Ugh.
The Buckeyes. Felon.
Sorry, Hugo.
Soft.
That's our guy. Like who likes Ohio State. I'll go OSU just a counter.
Just to tweak the
Yeah,
melon.
just a
Just to
little
tweak
bit.
the melon. All right. Well, we gave you our predictions. We'll probably dive more into it when our other boys are here, when we do our show next Monday. By the way, we will not be here Wednesday. I will reiterate this at the end of the show. Little thing called Christmas going on.
Yeah,
so opening
all.
presents and what have you. I'll be at work.
Yeah.
Some
people just call it Wednesday, but
Some
we
people
acknowledge
call
it
it
as
Wednesday.
Christmas.
Yeah. When we come back, it's time to go off the rails. Here on SportsTownChicago.com.
This is your home for sports. Longtime fans, sports is like life. SportsTownChicago.com.
What's up, Chicago? If you're ever, and I mean ever, out looking for good urban food 24/7, come down to White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. White Palace Grill is open 365 days a year since 1939. I personally love the steak and egg dinner, but whether you like burgers for breakfast, steak for lunch, or French toast for dinner, White Palace is the place for you. The diner is a 24-hour urban oasis. Come now, come later. Hey, come now and later. We never close at White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. Visit us at whitepalace.com or order with Uber Eats or Grubhub anytime, any day.
Daddy, when you look at me, I could see your wheels turning. About what am I going to be when I grow up? A major league first baseman? Maybe a point guard for a national champion.
The odds of a child becoming a professional athlete are 1 in 16,000. Far-fetched? Maybe. But did you know the odds of a child being diagnosed with autism are 1 in 166? That's right, 1 in 166. To learn the signs of autism, go to autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Go to Lux Barbershop for the best barbers and stylists in Plainfield, Illinois. I go there when I have an important event, date, or I just want to look good. The straight razor shave will have you looking fresh and smooth. Lux Barbershop is open 7 days a week. Go to Lux Barbershop for the finest barbers, stylists, braiders, and massage therapists in the southern suburbs. Check out all their daily deals on Facebook, Instagram, and luxbarbershop.com.
Hi, this is Joe Perry and Steven Tyler of Aerosmith for Red. You know, it's okay to rock and roll and party down. Just don't get in that 2,000-pound bullet when you're done and cocked. And please don't drink and drive. I'm the one that jaded you.
A reminder that friends don't let friends drive drunk. A public service message brought to you by the Ad Council, U.S. Department of Transportation, National Association of Broadcasters, and RAD.
High school sports is here, and SportsTownChicago.com. We are ready to provide the best high school sports live coverage all across Northern Illinois. From the first kickoff of high school football to the final spike of high school volleyball, we at SportsTownChicago.com are ready to bring you high school sports live. SportsTownChicago.com and STC Friday Night Lights in a league of our own.
Blow the whistle.
Going off the rails.
The train! That's right. It's time to go off the rails. And because none of the other dweebs are here to censor us, guess what we're going to talk about?
Right
Hey, if you want to hear more wrestling talk, you can always tune in to Bad Karma Wrestling.
BK Dub.
BK Top. Oh, yeah.
Every Friday from 11 till whenever we decide to go off the air.
Whenever we're done yapping.
But Frankie loves himself some wrestling too.
Good.
So we're going to be
Support your
talking
local indies.
That's right. You know what? That's one of my New Year's resolutions. I want to go to some indie shows with you, man.
Let's do it. Whenever I'm free for Fridays, I'll let you know when we're doing that. Otherwise, I know there's a couple other places, but the Chicago style wrestling's been my go-to. I think it's either a GCW show or something else.
They have them down where my son lives. All the Dreamwave wrestling, which typically they bring in some pretty good guys, some pretty solid names.
It's pretty cool. Isn't Jerry Bradshaw bouncing around too?
Yeah, he's been
JBL.
Yeah, he's been
bouncing around.
AAA, TNA. He's just been doing all kinds of
stake in AAA. That's why he's been.
Yeah, he bought a stake in AAA.
Okay,
stake.
Yeah, he bought.
Oh, he bought something in AAA.
A little ownership. A little ownership.
I think he meant the food. That was what.
He bought a steak in AAA. He bought a ribeye.
That's it.
He took a slab out of El Torito.
Him and the Beast Mortos.
That's good. That's good. Oh God, I can't believe I'm going to do this. Go ahead, Nick. Talk about your Costco boys.
Hey, the
my gosh.
Costco guy is
Oh,
making
no.
another. That you had me laughing actually right before we went on. He just goes, big Rizzler guy over here.
Big AJ and Big
Everyone
Boom
loves-
Justice over there.
Everyone loves the Rizzler. For sure.
I'll be honest with you.
I love the Rizzler.
May have the best tee in all of AEW.
What do you mean?
That merch that he came out with.
Oh, I didn't see it. Oh,
His merch?
It's Godfather.
Oh, it is.
Oh, the Rizzler Godfather.
man.
He had the smoke
that's-
coming out.
yeah.
I love it.
I love that.
Best T-shirt I've seen in a while.
That's on their website. That's hopefully I get that for Christmas. For hopefully someone watching.
Santa.
Yeah.
Santa,
I've been
please,
good. I think
Santa,
I've been decent this year. Good enough
I've
for
been
a Rizzler.
all right.
Yeah, good enough for a Rizzler T-shirt. Yeah, they were looking like they were having some fun. They had the Hammerstein show. The big when we're talking about the promo, he comes out,
Yeah.
calls Jericho a jackass, and Jericho's the face. That's
Get it
great.
right. The King of New York.
Yeah, he's the king, the
I hate what they're
Nueve.
doing with Chris now. I love what they're doing. Oh,
Are you kidding me?
the whole
Listen.
tree thing.
Listen,
Oh,
I'll be
my
honest
gosh.
with you. When it first started, he and I had a discussion. I said, I freaking hate it, but it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit, and it's hit
Because
and
everybody
it's-
hates it, but it's like good.
It's so
It's like
good.
something wrong with it, though.
And he
There's something
picked the
wrong.
right guys.
Yeah,
Big cast.
Big Cass and Brian Keith.
Although there
Right.
have been whispers that there might be a reunion soon.
Oh, Enzo coming to town.
No.
Yeah.
If they bring Enzo back, I'm an AEW guy now, dude. I'm
Yeah,
done.
exactly.
I'm not even kidding. Enzo and Big Cass. I'm
How you
watching
doing?
How you doing?
Their
How
promo,
you doing? That's
their promo when he didn't have the mic came up on my feed the other day. I'm like, that's crazy. Like has anyone ever? I mean, has anyone been over to that extent where you just do the whole
like,
bit?
I've seen
the
that.
whole bit. I mean, it's crazy. That's-
To me, best mic skills since The Rock.
Enzo Amore.
If he could have just kept his ego in check, they would have been huge.
But still, him when he just tears apart the cruiserweight division brick by brick.
That was insane.
It's still one of
Pot
the best
attack,
things.
that was
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Swan
So
was
I
over
mean,
there.
yeah,
It was-
while his mouth has gotten him in trouble, it's helped him a lot too.
But
I'm
like
sure.
once again, you put that, and I think he has matured. He's getting booked on the indies left and right, and it's not like Triple H is holding anything against him.
No.
That stuff that he got fired for got dismissed
Yeah.
like what 2 days after.
Yeah, that was
So I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if Big Cass's contract comes up. He doesn't go, hey,
Well, do something.
just-
Yeah.
you wanna.
I mean, they had such a connection. They had like a 5-minute.
I'll
intro
tell you
every
what,
time.
that music hits.
It was over.
That music hits as a surprise entrant anywhere.
Everybody's
It's
going nuts.
done.
Oh, yeah.
It's done. It's all. It's
The roof
insane.
blows off.
What was it? It was just like a bring, ding, ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding.
bring.
Yeah, it's like a little like piano.
It's like an Italian
Yeah.
thing or something. I don't know. It was like ding, 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 ding,
Yeah,
ding.
yeah.
It was
That'll get
insane.
a good pop out of him for sure.
Yeah, because they reconciled. They're actually back to being really good friends.
Yeah, they
again.
were just together at some indie show not so long ago.
So that's awesome. I'm mad that Cordona didn't win the title.
yeah, that was disappointing. Yeah, for sure.
Which means he's probably not. You know what? I just think he's really happy. I think the only place he's going to go back to is WWE, and that's only if WWE lets him come back as Cordona.
Plus, Chelsea's there. I mean, his
Yeah.
wife's there too. So I mean, he should go there. Honestly, it'll be
Once
awesome.
again,
Indie God.
great wrestler, both of them, but underrated. Chelsea Green is smoking hot.
He's
smoking.
Thank God she got
hot.
the U.S. title. Thank God she got the U.S. title.
God, those two are just so dumb together. It's great.
But are they?
Nah, they're smart. They know what's going on. He's making a living.
Zack Ryder was the first one to utilize the internet to get where
Yeah.
he needed to go.
He's making a living selling toys and wrestling. That's all I ever wanted to do.
Woo, woo, woo.
Exactly.
You know it. Oreo, tell me everything you know.
Yes,
That was,
bro.
I still got
I
stuck in my
just
head.
love the woo, 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 woo.
Yes.
You know it. That was the greatest. I love that. That was
Long
awesome.
Island,
That was
baby.
awesome.
I'm really starting to get concerned about this Netflix thing.
Oh man.
What's
Dude, are you just okay, this is gonna sound bad. Are you just gonna blow your whole load on one episode?
That what it sounds like.
It's just
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
Well,
not
it
trying
sounds
to be
like, yeah.
crude or anything, but it's just like banger after banger after banger
Was it
after
Bloodline
banger.
Edge solo?
Yeah, it's
Roman?
the
They have Seth Punk.
You're gonna have probably Sammy McIntyre,
I mean, it's insane.
Rhea, Liv.
It's basically a WrestleMania.
It's a pay-per-view.
It's pay-per-view. It's a WrestleMania.
It's
I'm trying to pull it up
ridiculous.
right now.
It's ridiculous. You're gonna have Finn, Damian Priest. The Intercontinental Championship will be Women's Intercontinental Championship will be decided there. Which rumors has it's going to be a former NXT champion that wins it.
Might be Lyra Valkyria. I think that's it.
Could be, or could be Natalia.
Natalia. She hasn't won. She hasn't done anything in like forever.
I think it should go to Natalia just for.
She could start off. She'll be a good starter.
She's a workhorse.
She's a workhorse. Yeah,
Rhea Liv in the first Netflix Raw
Yeah.
for the title. Yeah, combat tribal combat.
Tribal combat.
Roman Reigns
for the
solo.
Ulafala.
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 Okay.
Ulafala. There you go.
I'm trying to look up any more. It's not really popping up anything else.
I want the Wyatt Six to fight on Raw. That'd be
It says
insane.
CM Punk Rollins was a main. Okay, never.
Yeah, it is the main event.
Oh, it is.
By
Okay,
the way, don't bring up Wyatt Six around Nick.
don't do it.
What? Why?
The Jobber 6. Is that what you want?
Oh my god! Are
You
you
wanna-
kidding me? The intro is the greatest intro in wrestling I've ever seen.
Yeah, they've done
He
nothing
shot
since.
Chad Gable in the head, I think. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I mean, they assassinated him.
Shorty G's doing just fine.
Shorty G.
Shorty G is doing just fine.
America.
Dude, they've done nothing with him. He doesn't have that same aura, that same like scary feeling, or just any sort of way that Bray did.
He doesn't have the charisma that
He doesn't look like the build doesn't look good. He looks just I don't know, like
he doesn't have the charisma that his brother
No.
did, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, Bo. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's no one's gonna top Bray. He was an animal. I mean, he was awesome.
Yeah,
he was awesome.
And to sit there and to think that he's going to somehow fill those shoes, it's just
Oh,
not
yeah.
going to be
It's
realistic. He's not even really becoming his own thing, which I wish that would be a
Yeah,
sort of way.
like
but-
take it and run with it and make it your own.
Yeah, and
don't
that's not
use your
doing
brother's moves.
Yeah.
Unless
It's
it's in homage.
Yeah. How does Rhea Ripley's broken nose mask look better than the mask that you're looking at? Like that looked more vicious and devious than
That was
At Survivors, that was insane. That was
Yeah.
awesome. The horns too.
yeah. Like I look at Uncle Howdy and I'm like, that's a cartoon.
Like
character.
Yeah, that's
we've
true.
discussed it multiple times.
Uncle Howdy.
We
seems
feel
like the Smurfs would run away.
like
from.
he should
know.
take off his mask like everybody else does in that group and have facial
like-
stuff
Yeah.
just like everybody.
Paint all over the place.
Yeah,
and
the raccoon eyes or something like that, or like just have like the war paint or something like that. Have something.
You know what? I think you should come out. Bo, leave. You should come out. You imagine
Do
jumping out
that
like this.
again. That would probably get more over. I'd probably be okay with that.
I'll say this: I'm very disappointed in how underutilized Nikki's been.
Yeah, honestly,
That should be a run.
Yeah,
that should be a run right there.
I think so.
It's true.
She could be like
She like pops out of nowhere.
Because that's scary, and she's bought into that character.
and she can do that. You know, she wrestles with ferocity. Like she can throw it. She seems realistic when she's having a match and stuff like that.
She,
So
she looks like one of those girls that come out. They know that girl that crawled out the TV.
Yeah, she's the
She's
ring
like one
girl.
of the ringer.
She's
Yeah,
the
the
ring
ringer.
girl.
And she is.
The
That's
ring
what
girl.
exactly what she is. The ring girl.
there's so many levels to that one.
Yes,
Too
there
many.
is.
Too many to get to. Not enough time. Here.
Do you like the heel turn by DIY?
I like it.
I didn't. I don't know.
A low blow to MCMG.
I actually prefer Ciampa as a heel personally.
100%.
I think he's a better heel than he is a face.
I don't see Johnny as a heel though.
Johnny being a heel,
Johnny's like
It's
weird.
always
as a heel.
tough.
It's
It's always
tough.
tough sell.
when here's the problem with Johnny being a heel. When Johnny was a heel in NXT, it was a funny heel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was part of the Way, and Austin Theory was part of that, and it was funny and comical at times, but he could still wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where if Johnny can be a vicious wrestler, that'll get him over as a heel in general.
On the mic, he doesn't sound like heel. Like it's like struggles. Like the way he talks.
Braun Strowman needs
heel-esque.
to go away too.
Braun, he got traded to Raw now. He's
Like
Raw.
what is this? You go out there and you lose to Carmelo in a count out. And then you get hit by a chair by Carmelo backstage because you get distracted by Phantasmo.
Or Pretty Deadly
Or
too, right?
Pretty-
Pretty Deadly too.
I'll be real with you. If they get him to do this bit with Pretty Deadly, it could be comedy genius.
Yeah.
Those guys have some potential too. And
They're fantastic.
They are. Yeah. Not in the sense that like, they're going to light the world on fire, win the tag titles 10 times in their career.
They're
but
comic relief.
Yeah. You can do a ton with them and they're good. I feel like.
I'm waiting to see what happens with the New Day.
That's awesome. Too.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And again, that one was a slow burn for me where it's like, what are they doing? Why do it like this? But I love the reaction, and me being somewhat of a contrarian. Me was like, all right, you know what? I actually like this.
Well, and it's
Everyone's
not
crying.
It's not even the fact that like they weren't lying.
No, everything they said was true.
Everything.
was said.
It's the whole Adam Cole MJF thing.
Yeah.
Both of them are right.
Yeah.
Big E was doing every damn pay-per-view in the morning, and he could be on Raw with them.
Yeah,
what does that mean?
100%. Could have chose to be the manager for a
long time.
Let's take devil's advocate here. Maybe Xavier and Kofi are right.
Yeah.
My other big takeaway: I need Cody Rhodes to do a heel turn.
Yeah.
100%.
We need a Homelander heel turn. That's what we need.
And to do it and just to beat and show that Kevin was right all along with like a low blow or just a weird
that chair cross Rhodes was already like pictures showing
And then dye
pictures
his
towards
hair
him.
back to black.
Oh.
Yeah. No more blonde Rhodes.
go back to Dash and Cody
Yes.
Rhodes
Dash and Cody? No, that was
with the mustache.
Whoa, there goes Cody Rhodes.
There we go.
That was awesome.
Bring back Ted D. Oh wait, no, he's in jail.
Oh, Ted, poor.
That's a shame.
Any other like?
I love Jesse
storylines?
Ventura calling that match. Jesse's
we
awesome.
talked about it.
Ventura's awesome.
Like just him
Oh my
getting
gosh.
Liv Morgan over was awesome.
I love
That's a
Dominic.
woman right there.
It's a woman.
Dominic is a lucky
He has
man.
good taste, he said. He said, what about gorilla? He said, I need a good taste out there. That was awesome.
I don't know
many.
many men that could take that knee to the nose like she did. That's a woman right there.
Yeah, here's this from Colin Tesser on WrestleZone. WWE Raw on Netflix premiere will be, quote, a WrestleMania adjacent. So yeah, it's
Adjacent.
Yeah.
So the Rock will show up. The Undertaker will show up. Oh
Pop
yeah,
up.
Cena's gonna show up.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's
This is the
that's
start of
also a
his
big
year.
thing.
It's the start of his last year, right?
With these outrageous prices for like pay-per-views, you think they're going to do the exact same thing? Like, oh, John Cena, this is the last time he's going to be in Tacoma, Washington.
They're already
$300, please.
They're already promoting Elimination Chamber in Toronto.
Yeah, last time in
Last time he's in Toronto.
Vancouver.
Yeah. I think they're going to price gouge the bejesus out of it.
We're talking wrestling. We talking wrestling, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hop on.
We talking Cody Rhodes making a heel turn and Kevin Owens being right all along.
Yeah.
Why not? Did you hear what they were chanting as Cody was getting carted out? Hold on.
You deserve this.
You deserve
And
this.
then one more time.
There's
They want another package pile driver, break his neck again.
and I'll say one thing. I'll say one thing for Triple H. He listens to the fans.
He does.
So it'll be interesting. I'm going to be
Maybe
interested.
too much. We got cheated out of Rock and Roman.
I have.
You wanted Rock and Roman?
Yeah.
Will this be a better heel turn than Roman?
It would be a great heel turn. Because
Better than
here's
Roman's?
my question to you is, who's going to screw Solo over?
Oh, geez.
Jacob.
I don't really see.
I don't think it's The Rock. I think The Rock's going to challenge
I either see The Rock or
Roman
Jacob.
for the.
I need Jacob to go win a title. I want
don't
Jacob
think
to
it's
win the
gonna be-
IC
is it-
title.
It probably won't be one person. It'll probably be the collection of people.
Well, they only have 2 in that new bloodline right now.
Yeah.
Because the other one's got no elbow.
They got backups. There's more of those. There's more of those.
You think we've got new ones showing up on the 6th?
We got Zilla and Billa and Booba and Baba. There's
And
they're all coming.
Hiquello is another. What's it called?
Nance.
Yeah, Hiquello, the tall guy. Thomas and
Yeah.
the other guy.
Yeah, the
it's
one
another
that they
guy.
signed like a year ago, and he's just been chilling.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah,
Figured it out.
Yeah,
It's
Creative
gonna be the
differences, I'm
Finny
sure.
Wars of Samoan heritage. Like that whole, what's funny? I told Nick this the other day, that the whole family tree that they showed at WrestleMania is literally just gonna be. It was just showing us like who's probably gonna come, and then it's gonna be
it's
Civil War.
ridiculous.
Exactly.
So I was like,
insane.
dude.
Yeah, I just got it right
I
here.
don't know.
How do you feel about the Costco boys?
Oh my!
I love it.
Thank
I
you.
don't hate it. I
give you a
don't hate
boom,
it.
Alex.
I actually don't hate a boom.
I give
Like,
you a doom, Frankie.
yeah, both of you guys got.
I like the Rizzler. I mean, the other guys could go screw off. I know what the guys are. Big AJ, he broke his leg because he's the most stiffest wrestler I've ever seen in my life.
I respect him because here's the thing: AJ was a professional wrestler before.
Yeah,
right?
he was
an
on the
indie wrestler.
indie circuit.
He wasn't
for
the
sure.
greatest, but then he pulled out an actual show.
He broke
There's
his
never
foot
been a
before the
pre-show.
match.
Put on a show.
I've never been more excited for a show match than AJ.
Hey, got
and the other dude.
Thank you.
Did you watch the match?
Can-
Yeah, it was actually.
I could. Yeah, Big Justice's spear was pretty sick.
Exactly.
That
It
looked
was
that looked
slow
like
in
a
the
spear.
beginning, which is obviously it's gonna happen, but
Well,
it
his
started picking up.
Foot was broke.
Yeah, so Brogan before the match.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I guess my respect. You got out there he did the whole Kobe, like you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
with a broken thumb.
At least he did that.
Yeah, that was his flu
I
game.
give him-
Here's the other.
That was his flu game.
Here's the other thing that I need to yell at people.
Sure.
For all those idiots who have no idea what the 0 with the slash through it means.
Zero.
Killing me, Smalls.
What the hell?
It's Penta.
It's Zero Miedo.
Yeah, don't know, man. I'm
And-
excited
and-
for that one.
Here's my thing. I would love to see him and Andrade go.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Him and Andrade with banger matches. Him and Carmelo.
I want him to take out all of LWO. Just want him to be like.
This one just caught my eye. Just looking at some
What's that?
rumors and some notes.
Okay.
Dolph Ziggler, maybe for the Rumble.
That'd be cool.
That'd be-
Grace is coming to the WWE.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Like everybody,
Oh really?
as soon as her contract's up with TNA, she's
Yeah.
and she's probably going straight to the main event.
She.
Oh, there you go. Iron at 6 has not lived up to their hype debut.
Well, they're feuding with
Cage
Karrion
side
Cross in the Old Testament. That's why.
The
Old Testament. That's what they're feuding with. The Old Testament. I mean, they're terrible.
It's not like
Dios
they're like the
Padre.
debut of Motor City. You know what I mean? Like
They took on Paul George and Joe. Whoever. I
Well,
think
you know,
more disciples.
Logan's going to be there.
Yeah.
The question is, and let me throw this out to you. Logan Paul shows up and Tyson comes out
Mike Tyson.
because Tyson's a wrestling fan.
that'd be nice.
Because Logan said he wants to fight
Is,
Tyson.
Mike said
is
he
his
threw it out
health
there.
there?
Yeah,
As long as his health is
Yeah,
there, because
that
it took. It
too.
feel like it took forever for me to even have this fight. So
Yeah, they got delayed like what, twice?
yeah.
I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Logan's
I
on Raw,
mean,
right? He's on Raw.
You're not
He's on
wrong.
Raw.
He's gonna get a
He's on Raw
humongous
now.
pop
Yeah,
if
he's
he
on
comes
Raw.
out. So you're not wrong.
A Tyson pop for Monday, January 6th.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
That'd be
I'm
that'd
looking
be
at
the
just
second
questioning
first
because
worst thing to happen on January
Logan's
6th.
coming to Raw, right? If Logan's
Yeah,
coming
Logan's
to Raw,
coming to Raw.
Logan's coming to Raw. What plans they have for him, dude? Because that's another thing we got to look at.
Here's what you got to figure out.
Okay.
What stars are staying on SmackDown? Because everything that I'm hearing is like
Everyone
Netflix.
wants to go to Raw.
Netflix wants everybody.
I think they're getting everybody.
They are getting mostly everybody, but Cody Rhodes and Roman are still staying to SmackDown, right?
Roman's going to Raw. So is Cody.
Cody's going to Raw.
You
So
would
they,
think
Gunther's
Punk and
probably
Rollins
going.
are staying on Raw too.
Gunther's going to SmackDown.
Gunther's going to SmackDown.
He's going to SmackDown. They already saw that trade thing, right? That was happening.
I don't know if they've done the draft yet.
No, you mean the
Remember the
transfer portal?
Oh,
yeah, trade.
Yeah, no, they're trying to go with the football thing where it's not going to be getting selected. They're just going to get. They're going to come out and say that they want to be part of this, and then get brought into it, and it's weird. Like it's already happened with Braun Strowman, right?
Here's my question: how do you guys feel about actually them going to Netflix? Because I feel like that's
like
another thing.
It might be easier to consume and watch it and actually just back catalog. Like, oh yeah, I missed this. Maybe I can actually, as long as it maneuvers like the older.
As long as the catalog works,
yeah,
it'll be fine.
If it moves in like the original WWE network, that was the best.
That was awesome.
The peak. And I wish it still existed.
They better fix their crap though with the bugging and stuff that was
But
going
I heard
on.
that they're not
fix that,
putting
too.
everything. They're kind of
Netflix.
taking
I
out
think it's
stuff
just
out.
They're slow rolling.
Which
They're slow rolling
Going
everything.
back to 3 hours.
Eventually, once the contract's done with Peacock, all the pay-per-views.
I'm just more. I'm more excited about the Max deal with AEW. I want my year one pay-per-views. I want all those older Dynamites on there. Those would be awesome. Those would be so much fun. Watching. I need some Marco Stunt back on my TV.
Some Jurassic Express.
Yes. And maybe some SCU.
Oh,
this is the worst town I've ever been to.
So good.
And then they cheer. You sheep just cheer.
You sheep man.
They just called where you live and it sucks. And they're like, yes, it does. It's awful here.
All right, so what's our Royal Rumble predictions then? If it's coming this February, what's our predictions?
You know what? It's not clear cut. I lean Punk right now.
I got Drew. Drew's a good one.
They want to give Drew a humongous push.
Drew's getting
I
a
would give it to
humongous
Drew.
push in 2025.
And it could start with a Rumble. I like
that there's a lot
Is
going
he
on.
worthy of a second one? No.
I think he's the only
For
one
what?
that's worthy of taking down Cody at this point.
For what?
Oh,
for the belt?
Yeah.
You got screwed with Solo.
So that's another question.
And Clash,
Who would
so-
take the belt off of? Because I feel
Off
like it would make
Rhodes?
sense. It would, yeah.
You
it
know
would make
what?
sense if Solo
You know
took
what?
it off him.
That's actually not
So-
bad because of the storyline that Drew, once again, long-term storytelling. What is Drew doing right now?
Taking off
He's
all
just
these
sulking
Taking
around,
out every
yeah.
single OG bloodline guy.
and whoever was involved with CM Punk too.
So then he goes after Cody because Cody teamed up with Reigns. Then you have Drew versus. That's not bad.
Drew, yeah.
That'd be good. Because
That's not bad.
I thought the genuine sense was that Solo's gonna take the belt off Cody, which I kind of wanted to happen because again, it's like
Solo's not there yet.
No,
Solo's
he's
not there
not.
yet,
And he's
Right.
being outperformed by his
Jacob
cousin.
so that's what makes it sucks for me with Solo because I want Solo to actually strive, but then it's like
Solo's gonna be your mid card dude.
because dude, I want
yeah.
Jacob
Be
to
like
be
a
like
US
I want
Highlander.
the confetti running down.
Yeah.
Solo got the belt, and then Jacob's on the back. I love you, Solo, just crying out his tears.
Hello.
You're not going to have a Crispin Mile Guerrero hug.
No,
You're
you're
not
not.
gonna say,
Hey,
you're not gonna have that
Remember they
moment.
did
Jacob-
the whole
Jacob's too good.
Yeah.
Jacob's too good.
And then, that's the
another
thing
thing.
with Solo for sure. I don't not burial, but when he got the all 5 finishers,
I do predict that once
I'm
this
like,
whole-
that's telling that they don't trust him.
I honestly predict like once this whole bloodline's over, Jacob is probably gonna be like pushed. Like,
Yeah.
how
Oh, yeah,
Solo
he
should
should
be
be.
pushed.
They should put a rocket ship to his back.
The rumor is that he's probably joining the OG bloodline and just doing his
I
own
wouldn't
thing with
mind
the
that.
OG bloodline.
But I want Jacob to have a belt either
Should have
next
a US
year or this
title.
year. Oh,
Or
next
somebody
year.
like a mid card belt.
I'd love to see Braun Breaker and Jacob Fatu.
Oh
Throw
yeah,
it down
that's a
there.
generational run right there. Him, Gunther.
That'd be fun.
I just
Yeah.
You made your moonsault into a spear, like you spear him that way.
Ooh,
Like,
that would be good.
could they
That would
pull
break
that
the internet.
off?
a moonsault.
Could we see that in Royal Rumble though?
At Royal
Do you
Rumble.
think we'll see that in Royal Rumble?
It's going to be
Do you think
interesting.
I want to see Cody Rhodes do the dumb little thing when he jumps off the ropes and goes for a Cody cutter, and then Braun
I'll be
Breaker
honest
just
about Cody
breaks
Rhodes.
his
I have
back.
not enjoyed Cody Rhodes' like run right now.
No,
not
no.
at all.
I mean,
think,
the
I think if he
chase for it's
turns
always better.
heel, it would make it very interesting because he's fighting the same dudes over and over.
But we all knew
How
this
many
was
times did
gonna
we fought
happen.
Kevin Owens this year, dog?
Yeah.
How many like?
That's why I want a Cody heel turn
Dude,
with a
put
Kevin.
the heel turn,
being
turn
right.
Get Randy involved. Like,
Ask
come
him.
on.
Ask. I love his idea.
What?
Heel turn, and what does Cody do?
Die.
Die black.
New Japan.
Like, come on, you can't. You know, I thought he was like heel, make him like really.
If he does turn heel, he needs to create a faction, and it better be the Nightmare family.
That or just some
bring up Sean Spears, bring up Lexi King, bring up
Ethan
Page.
bring up Ethan Page,
or
all
a
of
new
them.
variation of the Bullet Club. They'll call it something. They'll call
Bullet
it the
Club.
Bullet
You know,
family.
you got 3 former leaders of the Bullet Club that are
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
WWE.
you do.
right
That would be
now.
nice.
Who is it? Finn, right?
Styles,
Finn,
Finn.
Styles.
Styles, Finn,
Where's
and
Styles
Cody.
been? Again,
Styles blew out his ankle.
But here's the thing: I'm tired of Finn beating groups though. I need Finn to be like the solo guy. Right?
Well, what I really want is Styles to come back and face Nakamura again for the title.
that
For
would
that
be
IC
and that too.
And
AJ,
actually
like,
be a match.
Yeah,
Actually
have
be a
that a
match,
series
Where Triple H
Nakamura goes over. I don't know.
where Triple H goes, I saw what you did in Japan. Go.
Yeah.
Instead of Vince going, we can't have you doing any of this stuff. If it's got to be a tight 10-minute window.
Yeah, that was just doing that much.
For a star, no one knows what that is over here. Like, no, that's not true.
Speaking of, I love the run right now.
Yeah.
His
Oh,
new
yeah.
music
It's
is
awesome.
amazing.
Amazing, dude.
Oh yeah,
And
and he comes out with
the
that
fact
fancy.
that
like the moment I heard it on Spotify, it was right there on the playlist, dog. Like, add it quickly. Like the
And the whole thing was, I were talking about, what was it? Was it Royal? No, it was Survivor Series. He's like, there's no way they give that title shit.
oh, I
to
told him
Shinsuke.
like they're gonna give us
Yeah.
him. I told him.
What did LA Knight do with that title?
Nothing.
Nothing. Not a damn thing.
He kept fighting with Andrade.
Andrade.
They had a great triple threat match. I thought it was like what Survivor Series. What was it?
That's the one thing that that we all agreed on, that like right now, for some reason, WWE's triple threat matches have been
They've been
just
great.
hitting
They've been hitting.
so well.
So that was the only good match he had. I think LA Knight. I think they should have kept pushing him to try to get the actual belt. with
He's a
the
better
league,
antagonist,
then-
but now he's going
yeah.
like they just jobbed to the OG or the new bloodline
Yeah, he
last
just
Friday.
dropped him like that. It's-
And he had Apollo Crews on his tag team.
Cruz.
The moment you know that you aren't
Well, it's moving
that
3
dude
hours, so he's probably
anymore.
getting more TV time.
Poor
That's
Apollo
like
Crews has
more
the worst
TV.
luck in the world.
Oh my gosh!
Like, he starts tagging with Baron Corbin, and they're actually pretty
He should
decent.
just kept it together.
And WWE goes, "Hey Corbin, you're gone."
And he sent him
moving
up
back
to
to
that's
NXT.
Yeah.
No, I feel like he's another guy that I want to see have a heel turn. Let's see the Hollywood version of him. You know what I mean?
Paul?
No.
LA Knight.
LA Knight.
That'd be cool.
Heel
LA
LA
Knight.
Knight.
Or just bring back the Eminem.
Yeah. I'm looking up
No, God, no.
the 8 best WWE Christmas moments. You guys, maybe you guys remember these. The good
I
versus
remember,
bad,
you know,
good
one
versus
I
bad
remember.
Santa. Go ahead.
Good
Yeah.
versus
The
bad.
John Cena and Alberto, the real one.
Yeah, I think that's one of them. They have Alberto
The
Del Rio.
best-
Alberto Del Rio runs over Santa Claus.
The best one ever is Stone Cold.
Well, when he can't, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like this other one right here. Hornswoggle gets the gift of speech on Christmas.
Oh yeah. I remember that one.
So Santa gives him the ability
Dude,
to
who
speak.
remembers the little segments DX used to always have on
With
Christmas?
Hornswoggle.
And the
Oh, yeah,
Hornswoggle.
yeah.
But then they brought like the toys and everything for all those kids.
I think what you were talking about, the Stone Cold one, we sits on Tajiri's lap. And
Yeah.
Tajiri's
Yeah.
Santa. I want a new truck. What? Some beer. What? A
No,
world
I
title
think it was
shot?
the
What?
I think it was the original one where he was dressed up like Santa and Vince was in the ring.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah, that probably is.
That's
Yep.
the one that started it all off.
Yeah, I think they got that one here too. Yeah, D-Generation has Stone Cold Steve Austin celebrate Christmas 97.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah.
Well-
Right, here we go. Yeah, that's about right.
That's gonna do it.
Yeah, I think so. So, any other traditions you guys get to? I mean, Yeah, it's just gonna. I usually I try to watch a couple of movies on Christmas Eve.
I'll be watching A Christmas Story for sure.
Yeah,
That's
Home
Alone.
Yeah.
See,
You like Home Alone?
I've watched it to death. I saw it in the movie theaters. Go screw yourselves.
Starts with 19. I'm always like, damn.
I graduated in 95.
So I wasn't even like
1990 from Home Alone.
you know, so like,
Fire guy.
we the whole like WWE like tournaments at my house. We run
The Royal Rumbles that we'll play.
the Royal Rumbles.
Yeah.
Well, and what December 2. Remember?
Yeah.
ECW.
I have a, like that depicts me so that irritates me so bad when people bring that up because I always tell people I always offended it. Then I'm like, it was a great concept. Just
I
don't
liked
deliver.
it. I liked it. Actual like original December 2 Dismembers aren't bad.
Oh yeah, they're not bad at
But
all.
the
But like that
WWE version was
elimination
bad.
chamber with like all that, you know, like that disgusts me.